he's the man.
Dillon, 50 points for the offense today, 30-point win. Just how'd you feel about the way the offense played overall today?
I love how it all started, with the defense setting the tone and, the pick six, getting everyone going. And then, man, he just couldn't write it up better with, putting the points on the board. And then, of course, night game in the Palace. So.
Did things feel maybe particularly smooth just in the passing game? Seems like, you were finding a bunch of different receivers, guys were making plays. Maybe how did it feel?
I think it's something we go back to with his rhythm and creating completions and making competitive plays and moving the chains. I feel like as we get into that rhythm, we're able to obviously play a bunch of different guys and then kind of just spread the ball around. So
deep ball was coming tonight. That's not something the Iowa State defense has given up much over the past 5 years.
Right.
What did you see? What was able to go to that?
I mean, schematically, they cause a lot of problems, and they're very great at what they do. And I think we just, in a game like this, you got to make competitive plays, and you got to, take your shots when you have those opportunities. So I'm glad we did. I'm glad we, took advantage of those shots, and then, made plays down the red zone. So.
Dillon, with the deep balls, were there things you worked on from last season to this one in terms of mechanics, or is it really all just part of the confidence and all the things working for you guys? Right?
Confidence in the scheme, year two with a bunch of the guys that, I've played with, and then it's a pitch and catch, it's a mixture, it's a dance between two people, not a one-man show. So I think being able to, build that continuity is huge for our pass game.
Dillon, you're making a run to the end zone, and I believe the word was trucked. Whenever you got in there, you kind of got low a little bit on the linebacker, got into the end zone. Just kind of talk about the feeling of maybe getting over on one of the guys that usually get you.
Yeah, my dad's a basketball coach, and growing up, we always loved calling for an and one, and I believe that one was an and one, and just finding a way to get in the end zone, it's a good deal. So
you seem to be playing with a lot of swagger, confidence. Do you feel like that's growing each week? I mean, even in your answers in the media sessions, you seem more confident.
Yeah, as we all know, when things are good and going good, it's easy to be good, and we've seen the road of both sides. At least I have in my journey, and I think you gotta take it. Take this journey as long as you can go and continue to have fun with it. And I think towards the end of the year last year, just I think it was a big thing in my head is continue to have fun with this game. Although it was a rocky road, and kind of going back to when you're that little kid and just enjoying every second of it. I think I had lost it for a little bit, but when I flipped that switch and just started having fun, it just allowed me to play free, have fun, play fast, and then play with a free mind. I think that's something that also kind of goes along with this whole journey. So that's something I'll continue to do. Kind of put that at the forefront of my off season going into this year. So having fun's a big part of doing it. So
when did that flip switch of kind of playing free, and was it sort of something after last season, or was it something that a mentality change going into this season?
I think it was a mixture. Talk about a roller coaster. It was, but you just learned a lot about yourself, your team, the people around you, and I think, naturally, I couldn't give you an exact date, but there's a time where it flipped, and I just started playing free and going into off season. It was something that, pushing one another because of the big off season we needed to have, but then also having fun with it. Embracing the third and shorts, embracing that fourth and short and wanting to go get it, embracing situations that people may not, want to be in. And it's inevitable to be in those certain positions. So embracing it, having fun with it, and making it something that you want to pride yourself on. So,
what do you remember about last year's OU Texas game and not being able to be a part of it?
I don't remember a lot. No, I'm playing. But I think just being sidelined, being off the field. It's just not fun. I play the game because I love it. It's something I'm passionate about. And you work so hard with a group of guys, and not being able to be on the field with them, just didn't feel the best. But I think you learn a lot from those moments as well. as a player and then as a group.
How long have you maybe thought about that game, and how much are you, I guess, looking forward to getting to actually playing it this year?
Exciting. I think it's a atmosphere and environment you live for and you dream of. When you're a little kid, you don't necessarily dream of playing in, the backyard, but you're picturing a huge crowd and that atmosphere, the passion, just all of it. It's something that you want to play in, you dream of playing in. So
Dillon, where did you watch the game last year? Were you on the sideline?
I was. So the first half I was on the sideline, then the second half I went in the box. So
You warmed up that game before. I mean, you kind of, hey, is he going to play?
Yeah.
Was there a part of you said maybe I could play?
I guess we'll never know, right? But I think it was just part of the protocol and get my body ready. Couldn't tell you fully why, but just getting your body ready to go through the process of getting ready for a game again and stuff like that through that whole protocol. So
If you got a taste, at least of the atmosphere, can you tell us whether you've quarterbacked in a setting like that before? I mean, as you look ahead to actually being on the field next time.
I think only a few people have quarterbacked in environments like that, and it's special. It's a special atmosphere. It's two passionate fan bases, wanting to, create an atmosphere for a great game. So I definitely was able to see it from a distance, but being able to be on that field is definitely different.
You're talking to a lot about your mindset and how things are different for you now compared to last year. How important is that going to be for you to rely on in a setting like that next week?
I think it's just what the off season was all about, and Schmitty does a great job of that. Kind of pushing you to a limit that you never thought you had, and kind of exceeding that within a week or so. And I think that just is a testament to who we want to be and what we want to do. But I do definitely go back to the off season, and that training definitely built us.
How much of this is just knowing what it is to play at a place like Oklahoma? I mean, it's a fishbowl, especially for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Just understanding what it's like this your second year compared to your first year.
That's why you come here, I think that's what you want. That's what you want to be in, and I know I'm the type of guy. I love this place, and it's football. It's one of the most passionate fan bases and passionate places about this program, and it's something that I think I had a clue about, but once I got into it, it really opened my eyes to, how great this place is. So
Is that something that took you time to truly embrace that? Like figure out how to embrace it as you're going through the trials of last year?
not how to embrace it, but more so you don't really know until you're in it. I think a lot of people have a perspective, right or wrong, just from a distance. But once you're in it, once you're, submerged in it, it's different, And I go back to my decision. My decision to come here is what I wanted. It's what you want to be a part of, and you want to be pushed to a level that you never thought you could be at. So I love it.
You mentioned your own journey. Where do you feel like this team is right now in their journey this season?
Taking it a week at a time, being present, not taking anything for granted. I think that's huge in building on what type of team we want to be.
Take it a week at a time. How quick after this one was done to Texas?
Probably after this media, just flipping the page and, not just like any other, week, flipping the page, seeing how you can get better, and then preparing for the next opponent. Just not getting bored with the process, loving it, being all in it. It's a wild process, but just loving every second of it,
Looking back at tonight, what was your reaction to Jaden Gibson's catch and run and that touchdown that he gave?
Love it for him. I love the type of kid he is. We're close friends, and I just love his texts. Whether it's before a game, after a game, throughout the week. You can just tell how much he loves ball and how passionate he is about it, and how much he loves his teammates. So I can appreciate, his energy.
What do you like in the locker room before you get typically?
This is my perspective. I'd say I'm very cool, calm, and collected. Focus on my preparation, continuing to prepare up until that last very second, and just trying to make sure I'm on cue with every situation possible. And then right when I run out that tunnel, it's playing free, playing fast, and having fun with it. So.
Do you worry at all that again next week is going to be such a different beast that it might be hard to be that way again? Against that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, you just. I go back to you dream about this. This is something as a kid you want to be a part of. Shoot, I bet all of you want to be there too. Just being in that environment is special, and not a lot of people get to do it. So I'm gonna embrace it, have fun with it, and
Easier to have fun with it?
Say that again.
Easier to have fun with it, knowing the chaos that it is?
I guess you could say so, being, having that experience last year, but not fully being in it. I'm just excited to, be in that environment, that atmosphere. It's what college football is all about.
Happy to get Brennan involved, and what does his speed bring to the team?
He's one of the fastest I've been around, and I've been around some fast ones, so just happy for him making plays. He was moving, couldn't quite see him, but I remember just seeing within a second he's moving. So got to get that ball out quicker, but just love it for him. I know he's going through a couple things, but just being able to see him on the field, see him smile, that's what it's all about.